What up? What up?
What's going on, man?
Shit, bro. Just fucking chilling. Just got off work. Probably kick my fucking feet up and relax.
I feel that. Okay.
Yo.
Okay, here we go. Come on, Seton Hall. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
What's poppin'?
Little bitch.
What?
Bitch. I'm gonna slap fire at your dumb ass when I see you next time. I tell you that every time. What up, Malik?
What's happening, man?
Boy, you picked the wrong time to say you supposed to slap fire out of me, nigga. Because I'm finna send you some black sand in the mail. Boy, I was jacked, nigga. I didn't go to sleep
Nigga,
until
I've been
like
on that
6 a.m.
Nigga, I put y'all on that ninja assassin shit first of all.
What? Wait,
y'all ain't gonna fuck with
what?
me. Man,
What the fuck are you talking about? Nah, relax. I thought it's Malik. Have you seen Ninja Assassin before?
Stars.
Nah.
I had Ninja Stars in my book bag the next day on campus because I was like, "This shit."
Oh, you talking about the movie?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
With the Asian dude? Well, he had the art, but it was like
oh, first of all, put some respect on his name. He ain't just some Asian.
His name is Rain.
Okay. Exactly.
Yeah. Nah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, that shit had us in the motherfucking, all the fucking Lake Ridge. I forgot the name of our apartment. Niggas got home.
9100 Tidal Lane. We was in that bitch lights out immediately.
Over with. You was not safe. As soon as you came in the room, if the lights went off suddenly, just like if you don't want to be part of the game, you gotta leave the room because
nigga, leave the
it
apartment.
was going down.
Basically,
it was going down for real.
Niggas was in there doing karate and shit?
Niggas was in there just throwing shit.
They banned me
wilding
from
karate
stuff,
kicks.
Yo, that's how you know.
It was great. Nigel was popping.
What up? What's good in the neighborhood, people?
You know.
Nigga, what neighborhood you in?
Right.
Mine, nigga. What you mean?
I'm like,
yo.
Welcome to an all-new episode of the No Rules Podcast. I'm Aaron Hilton, as always, joined by my main man, Malik Smith.
Yes, sir. What's good?
Not much, man. Not much. March Madness is upon us, Malik. And for the madness, we brought along two of the people that are in our new March Madness pool, the No Rules pool for the March Madness going on this week through the first weekend of April. Our boy Sidney Fields, first time on the podcast. Welcome on, Sid.
What up, though?
And also along, he was on a podcast maybe like a month or two ago. Nigel Plumb, welcome back on.
It definitely was last year in August, but I mean that's neither here nor there. But you know, great to be back on.
But hey, yo, listen, bro, I work so often, my nigga. Like it's really like everything floats together. If it's before Christmas time, like it was last month in my.
Gotcha.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, Malik, your last name is Smith?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yo.
As you can see, we're like really close friends, guys.
Yeah, nah, because we didn't all go to the same school.
I legit, dog. I don't know what it was, but I legit thought your name was Malik Shabazz.
Oh, that's his middle name.
Say the
That's my middle name.
Who cares? Okay,
we got the whole government out here. Nigga got the whole government out on the streets.
Hey, man. I'm just calling it like I see it. Well, I learned something new today. All right.
Said like whole time I thought it was Shabazz. Damn, bro.
I thought you was Islam, bro.
Right, bro. We could have been eating pork this whole rip. Yeah, but how you guys' brackets looking, man, so far? Like, John Morant disrespected my bracket probably slightly less than he disrespected Marquette earlier today.
He did the Lord's work.
I picked. It was a battle of the players because I don't think either of those teams are very good. But I picked Marcus Howard over John Morant. But I think earlier in the season when they played each other, I think that Marcus Howard and Marquette won that matchup. So I just went with that again, and I was wrong. They got destroyed. They got destroyed.
I think that might have been the worst. Well, no, that's probably the second worst loss so far. But yeah, no.
Yeah, it got ugly like really quick, and then John Morant dropped a triple double. I mean, it was just
Yeah, that boy acted a fool today. My bracket is, I just wanted chaos. I had Belmont winning, but them niggas hold me. Louisville hold me. So
I'm actually doing pretty good. I only lost 2 games today.
No one asked you.
You only asked me on the podcast.
Hey, this
but whatever.
Fuck that.
I gotta say,
that question.
As probably the only person who was not only playing the bracket but betting on these games, it's been a shitty ass day.
Yeah, we can hear it. You see, what none of you guys have heard is before we started recording, when we were just on the conference call, Malik losing his fucking mind in the background.
Listen, as we record this episode right now, I'm watching Seton Hall versus Wofford. I got money on Seton Hall, so
gang.
We'll know in about 30 minutes whether I'm really happy or not. Right now they up by 1. So we'll see. But I mean, honestly,
man, they ain't finna last.
From the bracket, situation, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't realize it until I looked at all of the entries, but like all of us picked either Duke or North Carolina to go to the championship, except one person picked Gonzaga. So
yeah, they're gonna lose.
Yeah, none of us.
Who's the asshole that picked Gonzaga?
No idea.
Who was the asshole that picked Gonzaga?
Oh,
you have no idea? Gerard? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sounds about right.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, shit, they got just as much a chance as any other number 1 seeds.
Listen, first of all, let's start with this. Fuck Gonzaga. Let's just start there.
Okay.
That's not going to happen. They're not even making. Honestly, I don't think they make it past the lead. I think they're gonna lose.
That's not really.
I think I had them losing to Tennessee. Is that who I had them losing to?
In my upset bracket, I had them losing to Fairleigh Dickinson. I mean, it was a long shot.
How many fucking brackets did you?
Wait,
you know the rules. You make one bracket, bro. Like,
yes, I have. I'm in 2 different groups of competition, and then I just had 3 random ones.
Ooh, told you. I know you saw that, Malik. Old boy spraying.
Let's get it.
I mean, March Madness, like I really want to make it up to Vegas one time for like the first. I heard the first week, like this weekend of March Madness out in Vegas is like fucking crazy.
That first weekend, crazy. Yep.
I mean, I ain't betting on shit. I know better.
I just want to see the screen move
playing basketball. Like that's something that I don't think I could ever do. But
it's been some awful basketball played today, and I'm just like, this ain't for me.
Yeah, like I don't think I could just sit there and watch the screens go and look at like missed layups and missed wide open threes and shit like that. It would just bother me.
But you know the good thing about it is when you think about it, like this is just the first day. You got games tomorrow, game Saturday, and game Sunday, and then you got games next week. Like the best part about all of this fucking basketball is that, I mean, you could be down this today and tomorrow the shit could flip and you could make all the right picks. So I mean, it's a great time of just in terms of sports, man. Like I feel like if you're a sports fan, you don't even have to know anything about these teams. You could be like, all right, cool, I'm invested. Like I'm gonna look at it, this, that, boom. Everybody's made a bracket. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of y'all parents made brackets. You know what I'm saying? They probably don't even watch it.
Right. Like how many fucking games this year have you watched Wofford play? Honestly,
definitely
for
zero.
Me, none.
Well, 0.
Yeah, for me, zero. And now,
all.
like you over here hanging on every fucking play of the game. So I think that's like really the best part about March Madness. That's why I will always love college basketball more than college football, because I'm fucking never gonna watch like the Tostitos fucking Fiesta Bowl, whatever the hell that shit. Like I don't care. Like I might watch the college football playoff, those games, and then the national championship, obviously, if I like the matchup. But on March Madness, there's so many games. You're trying to like flip through a million different channels, like to figure out where's this game at, where's that game at, and then like you might accidentally like flip on one game and it's like 5 minutes left, and you're looking at like a potential upset of a 5 seed, or like it's like a 5-12 matchup, and you're looking at the 5 seed down some earlier on today, or like you could be looking at like Michigan State earlier almost fucked everybody's bracket up.
Nigga.
Again,
Bruh,
like the
them niggas
time
stink.
in the last like 4 or 5 years that they would have lost the 12. What is it? The 15-2 matchup or something like
they
that?
lost to Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, Middle Tennessee State.
Incredible.
I'll be honest
bro.
with you too. Fuck Louisville. I think we said it in the chat.
That's big.
We discussed this. A big fuck you to Louisville and their shitty players for losing to fucking Minnesota, because I had a nice.
Auburn almost had me sick earlier today. I mean, they tried everything, dog. I'm saying like, bruh, But then he missed 2 free throws. I'm like, cool. I'll live to fight another day.
Man,
hey, that's all that matters, bro.
there was definitely some sweat. It was some sweats out there, man. But yo, I mean,
Man.
March Madness, I feel like is definitely the best time of year, man. Like I said, you ain't got to know nothing about the shit. You could just flip it on, and it's a good game on. You know, most of these games, I feel like even if they're not that close, within the last like minute, niggas will just start doing dumb shit because they're either nervous, they don't know what they're doing, they don't know how to play basketball. Like you said, Sid, like it's been a lot of bad basketball today. Like there's been some dumb ass moves, and the coaches, it's like, yo, how the fuck? Niggas don't know how to just take time out. Like, niggas don't understand how time out works.
Like, no, you mean I could stop play if I don't like what's happening on the floor?
Right.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? It's
If
like,
I-
yo,
if
how
I
you get
make
paid
a
all that money, you
key-
know how to call a timeout? I don't get it. It's amazing. It's amazing. But,
they probably got scared off because, you know, Chris Webber back in the 90s, you know what I'm saying?
oh
Like,
my
they
God.
saw that happen. They got afraid.
I told you. Wofford coming out there spring.
Before this podcast is over, Malik is either going to be with us or not with us anymore. Like,
I'm recording my own
He's gonna have a heart
podcast
attack.
now. My bad.
He about to have heart palpitations or something.
This nigga is about to, like, we go hear some fucking sirens in the background and, like, yeah, a nurse
Shannon
gonna break out the
yelling.
paddles. Like, he's coding.
I don't know who this Powell dude is, but he is jacking him
He's
up.
nasty. Oh my gosh. He's
This nigga is saying this shit like he's known him the whole fucking year.
no, see, this is how I know you don't watch college basketball, Aaron. And you say you always watch all these games. Nigga, if you've been watching, you know this nigga Powell can shoot from fucking Trenton, as my man would say.
I'm
He
sorry.
pulls up
I have zero issue with saying that I have watched literally no Seton Hall or Wofford all year. I have no problem with saying that.
I've watched Wofford play
Gotta
one
get
time.
your watching up, bro.
They sprayed up
I
Georgia
work too
Tech.
much.
So.
Seton Hall's a fun team to watch, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like Powell, he can shoot. That nigga can shoot from pretty much anywhere. I've heard good things about Wofford. You know, the great thing about the tournament too is like you don't know anything about these teams, but the further they go, if they're really good, you kind of fall in love with these, you know, random, you know, bench players or, you know, starters who probably won't make the league, but you know what I'm saying, they'll have that little moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Vandross on.
Oh yeah, one shining moment. Yeah, like it's always great to see like the athletes that are going to be future. I think our friend Jeremy Drummond affectionately calls them the future enterprise rent-a-car, the all enterprise team. Those people that are going to end up on the enterprise rent-a-car commercial because they don't make the league, but they go on to do other things professionally.
Literally, like
Yeah, literally, like, you know, they're literally doing like anything other than play. Like, I used to play college basketball. Like, sure you did, Chad. Like, just I want the economy size for 3 days. Thanks.
Yo, by the way, I'm sure y'all seen it, but y'all see that NCAA commercial with the student athlete, day in the life of a student athlete?
Yeah.
And niggas was
Every student athlete was flaming that shit. And they had Alex Caruso of the Lakers flaming that shit.
Yo.
That is how you know it's like some real fuck shit going on.
Like, bro, come on, son. Don't play us.
NCAA
We
is
not-
clowns.
Right.
Did you see they're trying to get a bill in to actually like start playing? Well, players can make money off their likeness.
I mean, that's all that they asked for. Like, I don't think the NCAA should have to come out of their pockets and pay these players. Because I've gone back and forth on this a lot, but I've gone back and forth on it a lot. But as a committee, as the league, they have all of the power. So I'm not gonna say like it would be bad business for them to then all of a sudden start doling out all this money. I don't think they should. But what they should do is, as a grown, like these players are all grown men. They're deciding to play in the league where it's like we're not going to pay you. But you shouldn't be able to withhold potential earnings for these guys who otherwise can't work. Like even the walk-ons can't work because you're always practicing, you're always doing something, you know, or in study hall or something like that. So being able to make money off your likeness or like off an autograph or whatever, like I don't think that they should be penalized for that. So I do believe
this
that
dude is nuts, Sid.
Bro, y'all TV is slower than mine because I literally saw that like 30 seconds ago.
Aaron,
I'm salty as fuck because I'm not watching CBS.
Aaron, I definitely agree with you in terms of they should be able to make money off their own likeness. Although, when you think about it, the NCAA could definitely spare like some money and put it in the escrow. And when they do leave school, that money can be set aside for them. Like the bullshit that they don't pay in terms of like tuition. That's not real, and that's not like a real compensation. You know what I'm saying? So, but what they should do is whatever your tuition costs, we'll double that, and put it into an account for you, and that should account for how much money you would make. So that would probably make players want to stay in college longer because they're like, okay, cool, I'll stack up X amount of dollars by the time I leave in 4 years.
Facts. Or at least give them minimum wage. Like okay, like if they want to do it that way, if the NCAA is going to pay these players, like why not? All right, fine. If the
minimum wage don't account for the amount of money they make in ad revenue.
I tell you what.
No, I get that.
And then how would you account the minimum wage hours?
Or I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, they still got the number
just give them 40-hour weeks at least.
They doing more than 40 hours a week.
I'm about to say they're definitely doing more than 40 hours.
But I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna say that the reason why the NCAA, not that the players should get paid off their likeness, I think we're all in agreement of that. But if you're thinking the NCAA should pay all of these players, like, first of all, there's something like 392 teams or whatever in NCAA. Each of those teams have rosters of at least 15 players, if not more than that, including walk-ons. So you're in the like tens of thousands of players that you would have to pay each year, and there's a constant cycling out.
Hey,
if you are going to say to pay these players because we can't afford to make money outside of the NCAA anyway, or I'm the 15th man on this Wofford team. Nobody watches us play unless we make the tournament. I'm not going to make any money off signing an autograph anyways. They'll be like, all right, everybody gets paid minimum wage. So now you can make money off your likeness, and the NCAA can pay you minimum wage, 40-hour weeks. What's the minimum wage? Like $12 an hour, $12 an hour, 40 hours.
That depends on your state.
I mean, it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
Depends on where you are.
I'll tell you what, though. Well, to cut all that shit out, them Power 5 saying, fuck y'all, when we get these new TV contracts and just dissolve NCAA altogether. Have 5 16-team conferences and say, fuck everybody else. We don't need to have 100, what is it, like 113 schools in D1 or something like that?
300.
Cut it down to 80.
It's over 300.
Well, I'm saying, I mean, in like big time college football to where.
Oh, you're talking about the Power 5. The Power 5, yeah. So
Power 5 will cut all that shit out. The next thing you know, the Woffords and Abilene Christians like, nah, y'all not getting none of this. Y'all better figure it out. But
damn, nigga.
Yeah, we can. Hey,
this nigga said cold-blooded than a motherfucker.
Because I'm saying
we're going back to 32 teams in the NCAA tournament. Fuck y'all,
bruh. I promise you, them commissioners are thinking about something like that right now for when that TV contract comes up in like 4 years or something like that. We already know NCAA is archaic as hell. I mean, SEC, ACC, Big 12, Big 10, Pac-12, they'll solve all that shit and just like, hey, we can split it up. We all have our own network anyway. Might as well.
Yeah.
We can split them up among the 16 teams. Call it a day.
Right. I mean, if anybody would know anything about how the NCAA works intimately, it would be you, Sid. As the only person on here who earned an NCAA scholarship and played a D1 sport. What was that experience like? I know. I mean, we were roommates from sophomore year through senior year, so I got to see a little bit of it. But like, you were on the golf team at Hampton. What was that like, for you guys as you were trying to like balance moving off campus and living everyday life? You end up you and Miko end up living together. Your wife Miko and yourself living together since sophomore year, but you still have to balance, being on a team and all that. What is that like from the player's standpoint?
From a player, it was fine as far as the playing, but all the extracurricular shit. Like I tell you what, we had to do weight training from like 6 to 8 Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah. Guess what Sid did? Hit that alarm clock and roll the fuck over because I wasn't going. Then
Coach Mitchell let that ride?
Oh no, he was pissed because he started writing people up because you had to sign in and with the training and stuff.
Right.
But when we went in there, you still saw like some football players in there. You saw some of the basketball teams, so it wasn't just like us had a designated day. But you saw what that weight room looked like.
Right.
It wasn't like a whole bunch of us could fit in there as it was.
It's a tiny ass weight room.
And then, in the afternoon, we still had to do like 2 hours of mandatory study hall every day, and I'm like, I ain't got time for it. To be honest, like I did my studies. Well, sophomore year on, freshman year, I low key kind of bullshit, but
then we all.
Look, that was a
we all
experience. Hey, Aaron, everybody wasn't like you. You little
I'm
party
just saying,
people.
like not just trying to loop everybody in to the academic probation crew, and I'm like, nah, bro.
I didn't have academic probation.
It was,
that don't mean you ain't bullshit.
It was straight A's from jump for your boy.
I mean, it was something like, they do make you do certain things, put in certain hours for like study hall, weight training, and things like that, and that shit is not real because you still got to practice, you still got to do schoolwork, you still got to eat. And nigga, I wanted to eat, but I couldn't always eat when I wanted to. So it's like, you had to get in where you fit in. Some shit I cut out, like mandatory weight training. I cut that shit out. I didn't do. I might have went.
I made an executive decision. I wasn't doing no weights.
I legit might have went maybe 5 times over the course of 4 years.
You know what?
You
look like you might have only done mandatory weight training 5 times in the course of your time.
Hey, that just one. I mean, for what? Just to come back and try to take a shower and then get up for a 9 o'clock class? Like, no, I'm not running all over campus just to do all that. And we stunk. Like, the team stunk. I'm like, some of us did it, but overall, it was a good experience though, because the traveling, that shit was, the shit was fun. Yeah. Getting raised to, go to different places that I probably wouldn't gone, myself, but. Overall, I wouldn't change it. Well, I lied. I would. The extracurricular stuff I would change, but as far as the experience playing, that was legit fun. That was something I can't imagine what big time college football or big time college basketball like is on campus, because at Hampton it's 7,000 students or something when we was there. Now imagine like 4 times that and on game day.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is fucking insane.
Yeah.
We struggling to pack convocation. Them motherfuckers is playing like 23rd. People play for 23,000 every day.
Right. So, outside of that, I'm sure those experiences, college athletes wouldn't change at all. But the stuff outside of actually playing that sport, it's complete bullshit.
I feel you. That shit is crazy. Another thing that we got from this March Madness is probably the most fortuitous thing we got out of this is our group chat that we put in. It's like 5 of us in there. We played favorites, obviously, because I don't like green bubbles. I'm very green bubble racist in that way. So it's just like us 4 and Tamar. I added in there to our group chat for that Final Four pool. And I gotta say, I felt attacked. I felt judged. I thought it was a safe space, and
cry me a fucking river,
it just
this ain't Planet Fitness.
It was clearly not. As you guys can hear, if you couldn't tell who was doing the attacking, it was really fucking Nigel's whole.
I did not attack you. I merely responded to the energy you were giving.
Yes, you did. All I said. Okay, so what was said was, we were talking about like licking a toilet seat or some shit like that.
Yes, Tank said whoever loses
gotta lick a toilet seat. Gotta lick an airplane toilet seat. And to which Nigel responds, I wouldn't lick the toilet seat if you wiped the seat with whose pussy juice did you say?
Stefflon Don's.
Stefflon Don or Steph London, depending on if you're talking about her, the artist or the person, because her name is Steph London. With Steph London's pussy juice. All due respect to Steph London. But for the sake of this conversation, we'll go along this pussy juice trail. I
did not know that's what Steph London was.
I know, right? Crazy. But
yes, she stacked like Legos, bro.
But, okay. So all I said, which I think makes perfect sense, is pussy doesn't always taste good, bro. It's one of those context situations. Like, I don't want, like, okay, as I think it's safe to say everyone here on this call, on the pod today has eaten or eats vagina. But it's not like we want to put it on our fucking spoon. Like, I don't want my, breakfast cereal mixed with fucking, and I said lady cream. And I have no problem with that word. Now, Nigel had a problem with the word lady cream.
No. Don't do that. Tank is the actual initial starter. Tank is the one.
Oh, now we're blaming Tank. This is how they do
No.
This is how they do in New Jersey. They blame the inner city kids for all the shit that they piggyback off of. That's how y'all do. That's how y'all do in New Jersey.
Tank literally said, actually, no, it was Malik, actually, because Malik says, just realized this nigga said, and then quotation marks, Lady Cream. And then Tank has the next 4 to 5 messages roasting
It's your
you.
own podcast.
It's your own homies that's doing this to you. But you only noticed when I came in and got my jabs in. It was actually Malik and Tank with the New York sock with the Timberlands on. But you come in at me.
Are we gonna acknowledge the fact that pussy just is not for everything? Like I would have no problem.
Put it on there, and I would not lick the toilet seat.
Okay, but I'm saying that Steph London's pussy juice. One could argue that that's not gonna make the seat taste better, anyways. It's not like I'm not licking it regardless. I don't want. Listen, I love cheesecake, right? Love cheesecake. I do not want to put anybody's pussy juice on the fork with which I am going to eat said cheesecake. That is not going to make cheesecake taste
better. So you never ate edible food off of a woman?
The same thing.
How is that not?
Eating vagina, like, it is a contextual thing. Like, you are ready for that taste. Like, I'm not going to be like, I really don't like zucchini. You know what's going to make this zucchini taste better? Rihanna's pussy. That's not how that works.
Aaron, if Rihanna told you today, Aaron, there is a cheesecake sitting on the top of my box, and if you need to eat it, you're telling me.
It's a completely different thing. That's a completely different thing.
Cheesecake getting ate.
You are talking about a non-edible thing, first of all, that's not going to taste good. And you were talking about improving the taste of something with vaginal secretion. That is not like that's not real life.
But here's the thing, Aaron. You're arguing the point that I never made. I said you could
make it. You said you could put
Steph, and I would still not do it.
Which means that you think Steph London's pussy juice would make the seat taste better.
Yes, because I think Steph London is fine.
Okay,
I think she's a gorgeous woman.
All right, so what's a real food, like an actual food that
there's
you do not like?
There's no food you can put on.
No. What's an actual food? No. What's an actual food that you don't like? Just follow the analogy.
Celery.
Okay, so
celery is just water. You don't like water?
Okay. Wow. We're not even gonna discuss the merits of him liking or not liking celery.
You got the nutrition facts over there, like what?
Yo, my man literally pulled out the package and read the back real quick.
So you don't like celery at all? Do you think that dipping your celery and Steph London's pussy would make the celery taste better?
It might.
You're wrong.
I'm sure.
You're just wrong. It's not. It doesn't taste better.
It might.
It's a context thing.
Yo, but you acting like you wouldn't try it though.
Thank you.
That's not what I said. What I'm saying is that that's not tasting better. Like,
you don't know that until you taste it, Aaron.
Say that I marry the woman of my dreams. I will have no problem. I enjoy eating pussy. I really do. I really do enjoy it. I do not want my wife's pussy on the taste of my wife's pussy on everything that I am eating. It is not that kind of party.
I don't give a fuck.
It is nothing.
Thank you.
First of all, you're nasty. No, Nigel. This is not. You don't understand. I understand very intimately. Sid and Miko, his wife, are fucking nasty.
Okay. However I gain support, I got it.
Let me tell you something. This is not a hill you want to die on. You don't want no part of this.
I'm jumping off the hill with a parachute.
Ain't no parachutes on that hill.
Aaron, I think what we learned here is that you can never get with Rihanna because you're not willing to put the X on the Fenty, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Nasty shit. That's what your problem is.
Fuck all you guys. Fuck all of you. Because you got
to lick the toilet seat, my guy.
You gonna sit up here?
Literally.
In the
chat, this man is talking about how the lady creep. Come on, man.
All right. So say you ask your girls, in the morning. Say you ask your girl to make you an omelet, right? She for whatever reason she decides to be like, you know what, babe, we had such a great weekend. I'm gonna make you an omelet. And she, go take your shower, come downstairs. When you come downstairs, your food will be ready for you. You come downstairs, your food ready. You cut into your omelet, you take a bite, and all of a sudden, you taste a little twinge of pussy. That's not gonna piss you off?
Hell no.
No.
You're
It's
violent.
getting 8.
How am I the only one that feels?
Guess
this way?
what?
I don't understand.
Guess what?
See,
You pour a bowl of cereal, Frosted Flakes. You run out of milk. Guess what's going in there?
okay, okay. I'm not using the whole.
Do you
I'm not
see what I'm
using
saying?
the whole thing. I was sprinkling it on, like
By
just
the
a little
way,
extra.
this is why Lady Cream makes sense because you put milk in cereal. If you're talking about Lady Juices,
Okay,
the
no,
juice
you're not going to use
you would
mine.
use
No,
is
no, no,
cream.
no, no, no.
I'm
no.
just saying.
Lady Cream is
Don't be lady.
different to me than Lady
Would you rather
Juice.
me say Lady Milk? Women actually pump milk out of their
No.
chest. So
But I'm saying
Lady
when
Milk,
I think
it's got to be Lady Cream.
when I think of Lady Cream, I'm thinking of like cum. I'm not thinking of like just the pussy juice.
What the fuck ever?
Yo, I'm mad you're
cares?
going into for real detail right now.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying
what it is.
All I'm saying is
It's
not like it's not the same thing. It just isn't the same thing. You're not expecting that taste to come about.
But would you be mad if it did?
Yes, because that's not what I'm expecting. Like, if you wanted me to eat your pussy after breakfast, all you have to say is, yo, babe, eat my pussy after breakfast. Or if you wanted to be on some nasty shit,
If the omelet still tastes good, does it matter?
Yes.
Okay.
All you had
might
to
be
do was
unexpected,
tell me you was
but,
trying to do some like, hey, babe, I want to try some freaky shit. You don't even have to tell me what the freaky shit is. Now my brain is already there. It's like, okay, there's gonna be some kind of wrinkle to this breakfast.
But sometimes but sometimes the surprise.
Spontaneous.
Yes, it's spontaneous.
You gotta appreciate that.
No, I didn't know that's not the spontaneous type of shit that I want.
Yeah,
because
it is.
Exactly why you can't get with Rihanna.
Okay, so if I bust a nut into my shorty's breakfast cereal, then am I wrong?
If she likes it,
no,
that's wrong. No, if she's cool with you doing that, although
y'all think this is the type of shit that niggas will be alone forever.
No. Yeah. Some of the best things in life come unexpected. Like, what if you put on a pair of jeans and you find $10 in it?
We've already established that.
But guess what?
You do not count in this discussion, bro. We have already discussed.
He's married.
He's fucking like y'all niggas don't understand.
How you think he got married? By doing the nasty shit.
Nah, bro.
I don't have no shame. There's no shame. I mean, Aaron Tay no, but there's I'm willing to try certain stuff.
Get the fuck out of here. This nigga do everything.
And then Aaron talking about eating pussy with a bib. Like, yo, like who needs a bib?
Bro, that was a joke. That was a joke. Like, y'all niggas take everything that I say seriously. You think I really, every time in my life that I've eaten pussy,
yes, you look like a bib ass
children's
nigga.
section, getting a bib. First of all, you mad because my beard's more luxurious than yours. Don't fucking
please.
Don't project your
we can have a beard off. You don't want none.
What does that even mean? First of all, what the fuck is that?
Beard off.
Sus as fuck. What the fuck? What is a beard off?
we can have a beard. We could do like a no shave whatever month.
I hope everybody at home is listening to this and understanding that this is not coming from me. I'm not saying that.
It's not, but you don't come for my beard. My beard is actually way better had it before you. Like, you was out here like scrunching, kind of get yours together. I've been out here flaming.
I'm sorry. What was that? What was that sound effect that my beard was making?
There was no sound effect.
You just made a sound effect. You said like some like scrunching. I don't know what that means.
All right, whatever. All right, continue.
Like
Go ahead.
Static.
I'm just saying. I feel like
it sounds like you're right, Rihanna.
I just feel like I'm right in the city. I don't
feel like you're right.
This is not a mountain that Rihanna's gonna die on. She's not gonna be like, oh my god, this nigga won't eat my pussy with a spoon. I can never that's not even what I'm saying.
Yes, that's exactly why she won't fuck you, Aaron, because you won't eat her pussy with a spoon, and you're broke.
First of all, fuck you. I'm not broke. I'm Rihanna broke.
Exactly.
I am Rihanna broke, but I'm not.
Exactly.
Broke.
You're not broke. You're Rihanna. Yes, you're Rihanna broke.
I'm Rihanna broke.
If you ain't got LeBron,
we all. First of all, everybody in this conversation is Rihanna broke. So let's just get.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yep. broke man. Yeah, that's me.
Everyone in this conversation combined is Rihanna broke. That is her money loan. The motherfuckers that she is in a completely different tax bracket, and that's fine. Look, man, that's what dreams are supposed to be about. You're not supposed to accomplish everything that you dream about, and that's fine. It's okay. I'm okay with Rihanna being alive. To me, only in my fantasy. She makes great music. She's a good person. I enjoy everything that she does. If by chance we cross paths and she likes what she sees, there is nothing that she could ask me to do outside of killing a person. And even then, maybe I'd consider that I would not do.
So if you're willing to, why don't you just have this whole discussion? If you're willing to eat the pussy juice, you are the one that applied the Rihanna to this. I've already told you that that's not the way that goes. That's not how I was feeling.
All I was
Okay.
saying was that it would catch you off guard. All I'm saying is Steph London rubbing her pussy on a toilet before you go to lick it as a part of losing that bet would not then make the toilet taste better. That's not like pussy is not a flavor enhancer. It's you enjoy eating.
You clearly have
pussy.
ate the right
Hey,
pussy.
keep that to yourself.
Exactly. You speak for yourself on pussy being enhancing. But as I said already,
Okay,
I already
alright.
said that no
Okay,
matter
so
what
you-
you put on it, I would not lick the toilet seat.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I don't know how many times I can say that.
So your favorite ice cream? Let's say your favorite ice cream is chocolate ice cream. So you have some
Oh my
chocolate
God,
ice cream.
Bro,
You just want to
any
like you
food
want to
name,
squeeze
if
you want to
Steph
squeeze some
London's
Steph
pussy
London's
juice is on it,
pussy on
I'm
it to
eating
make it
it.
better. That's
Excuse
not
me?
the question. I'm asking
Okay.
you: does it taste better now that Steph London's pussy juice is on it?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with chocolate swirl ice cream.
I'm not asking would you still eat it.
No.
That is a stupid question. Of
No.
course you would eat it. I'm asking you your favorite ice cream.
Mhm.
Someone sprinkled some Steph London pussy juice on it.
Mhm.
Does the ice cream now taste better?
I would have to taste it.
Shut the fuck up! No, it just doesn't taste better. It just doesn't taste better. And
Like,
that
how
is
do I
the
know?
crux
How
of
do I
my
know
argument.
something tastes better if I've never tasted it?
Oh my god, bro! Because it's fucking pussy juice. Like it's not gonna make it taste better. Pussy juice does not make fucking food taste better.
Listen. However your taste buds work when it comes to pussy juice, it's on you. Leave mine alone.
Jersey niggas
That's
is
all
weird,
I'm
bro.
saying.
Jersey, I think everybody. It's safe to say Jersey niggas is weird. That is what we have all learned from this one situation. That Jersey niggas is weird.
I'm weird because I like vagina. Okay,
Yeah,
go
no,
ahead.
you're
Cool.
weird. You're weird. But okay,
All right,
that's
cool.
fine.
I'll be weird. Cool.
Good. The next thing that we wanted to discuss today is D'Angelo Russell, the new king of New York. Apparently, apologies, Malik, but the Nets are
he
running
nasty.
New York, and D'Angelo Russell is the king. How did
Brooklyn
this
be going
happen?
hard.
How did this happen? Like, this has got to be one of the greatest brand switches since Kobe Bryant, changed his number from 8 to 24. Like, this guy leaves LA and couldn't be more of a pariah. He was basically given away for, a bazooka bubblegum rapper.
Hold on now. First,
Chill.
back that up.
Wow. Yeah.
We know who he was
Retract.
traded for. Let's keep it 300.
No, I'm not saying that I don't understand why he was traded.
No. I didn't say that's what you said. You said he got traded for a bazooka bubblegum rapper. He got traded for Kyle Kuzma. So it's not like
not directly. He got traded for a pick
nigga,
that
he got
became
traded for a draft pick.
a pick that became Kyle Kuzma. We're not gonna say he was traded for Kyle Kuzma.
All right, since you want to be fucking anyway.
I'm just saying.
Technical.
Let me just say this. You're right. He did get shipped out of town because of the whole video scandal or whatever. And I guess because Magic just don't know how to evaluate quality talent. But at the same time, at that point in time, he wasn't where he is now.
He wouldn't been doing this in LA right now.
Real niggas have been watching, because the Knicks have been terrible. Real niggas have been watching the Nets, because I was watching them last year, know that, like, he was good last year. Even though he was fighting injury, him and Spencer Dinwiddie really put the Nets on a different level. And Kenny Atkinson, too. Mind you, I'm not even a Nets fan. I just watched, like, a lot of their games. I mean, Nigel obviously is a fan of the team, so he could speak more on it. But, yo, that nigga, hands down, and I know Pascal Siakam on Toronto is really good, but I think D'Angelo Russell is the most improved player of the year.
You're tripping.
I
didn't know we were saying ridiculous things on the podcast.
We talking about
How was that ridiculous?
Really good.
Okay, first of all, you're a fan of the team, so like you can't. I mean, I feel like you have to separate your fandom here. Pascal Siakam is like he almost literally just doubled his output for a literal title contender. Like Brooklyn, they're a playoff team. I don't even think they're like really. They're not much more than that. He has rewritten what his story could have been very well.
He's in his second year in the NBA.
What? No, he isn't.
Ooh.
D'Angelo Russell?
No. Oh, I thought you were talking about Pascal Siakam. I'm like, there's no
Pascal Siakam isn't in his second year in the NBA either. It's his third season.
Nah, he was a rookie last year, wasn't he?
No, this is his third year. Pascal Siakam?
He's not better than D'Angelo Russell right now. I'm just saying. I'm keeping it real.
Okay, that's your opinion. You have a right to be wrong. But like Pascal Siakam is the most improved player.
If you don't agree with Aaron, you're wrong, apparently.
It's not even that. It's not even like there's not.
Hey man, he
should be in the conversation, but not most improved. Like most improved, Pascal Siakam came from like niggas didn't even know who he was. D'Angelo Russell had moments. He had brief moments where he flashed what he could be. Pascal Siakam was never supposed to be this guy. That's why Toronto went out and got Kawhi Leonard. And then when people saw
Kawhi Leonard been playing half the games, basically.
Kawhi Leonard has sat out like 20 games, and Toronto has played well in those games that he sat out because Pascal Siakam has been able to step into that Kawhi role, defending the best perimeter player, still able to get his 19, 20 points a night. He dishes the ball, he gets rebounds, he plays great defense. Like, he does a lot of Kawhi Leonard type things, and no one saw that coming. That's why they went out and got Kawhi Leonard in the first place. If they knew Pascal Siakam could do this, they might not have even made the Kawhi trade. They might have kept DeMar.
No, they would have definitely made the Kawhi trade.
Maybe they would, but it's
an upgrade.
saying, like,
they would have made the Kawhi trade regardless. But to counter your point, yes, Siakam is playing really well, but he's not. He doesn't have to be the best player on his team. He can take nights off. D'Angelo can't take nights off. He's the best player on the team. He's the point guard. He's the team leader, and he's still showing up every night and putting in work. Like, in my opinion, that's especially for a team that like has been a constant loser. Like, think about how bad the Nets were. Like, fucking awful. Was trading away all their number one picks. Like, they should have half of the best players who are under 25 years old on their team, but they traded them all away for fucking Kevin Garnett,
for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett,
old ass,
and Jason Terry,
old ass, like a bunch of old niggas. Gerald Wallace.
Who was that GM again? What was
Billy King?
Billy King.
Yeah, Billy King.
I'm a Duke fan, but you know what, Billy King, like, yo, you never need to have a GM job again, my guy. That shit was horrendous. That trade did not age well at all.
It wasn't good at the time. Nobody thought it was.
Yeah, no, it was the worst idea ever.
It wasn't good at the time, but like at the very least, they were trying to say, like, they were billing it as, all right, even if this is only good for like 1, maybe 2 years, we can make these. Let's make this work.
They did, but the thing is, like, we had Darren Williams, we had Gerald Wallace, like, we had like a couple pieces, and they were like, oh,
and then y'all get like Joe Johnson too.
Yes,
y'all ended up with Joe Johnson too. So yes. Like, I mean, you had every nigga that was good in 2008.
But they had
the big three in Miami. Team. Not really a big. Y'all had like the all 2008 team, like that. No. And that's the thing. If you had the same team that you had right now in 2008, as opposed to 2012 when you got them or whatever it was, I think you guys would be much better off. But like, the problem is when you got them and how much you had to give up. Like, Danny Ainge fleeced y'all. I can't even believe he got away with that.
No, he didn't fleece us. We willingly said, hey, take these people and we'll give you all our money. He didn't have to fleece us. Apparently, Billy King thought this was like the greatest idea of all time, that we were going to beat LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh in practically their prime of being the big three.
Yeah, I can't even believe that he thought that. That's crazy. But
but that's what I'm saying. For that, like, the fact that they went from that to where they are now, competing in the playoffs, like you said, he's the king of New York right now. He on the cover of Slam magazine, got the crown tilted like Biggie. I mean, you can't tell me
game out of the 6th seed.
You can't tell me that this dude hasn't put himself in the conversation, at the top of the conversation, in my opinion, for most improved player of the year. All-star.
He's 100% he's 100% in the conversation, Malik. I agree.
Yeah. He's leading the conversation.
He's leading the conversation.
I mean, that's your opinion. I think most people would say it's Pascal Siakam, though. I think that's been the consensus. Most people would say Pascal Siakam.
My thing is, I think it was more so like the situation, like the opportunity he had, because one, you remember Karis LeVert got injured early on, and then Spencer Dinwiddie got injured. I don't know if that was about after.
Yeah, it was definitely
after the New Year, basically.
Yeah, it was like a couple
about the
New Year. Got hurt too.
Yeah. So I think a lot of that had to do, help D'Angelo as far as, okay, he's pretty much the primary ball handler now. He can kind of get whatever it is that he wants, because he wasn't doing this early in the season.
Right, because
he was riding the bench.
Karis LeVert,
was
the guy they were running their offense through, and then he had that gruesome injury and had to sit out a couple of months with, what was it, like an ankle or something injury.
Yeah, he dislocated his leg.
Yeah, so he had that terrible injury early in the season, because I had him on my fantasy team, so that's the only reason I really knew that Karis LeVert was leading that team. But Karis LeVert was like 25-5 early in the year, and then he got hurt, and it forced D'Angelo Russell back into the starting lineup, because he was like like Nigel said, he was coming off the bench or like really taking a secondary role to Karis LeVert. That was the guy that they were billing as their future star. And then when Karis got hurt, and then when Dinwiddie ended up getting hurt, he really had to step up. But again, there are a lot of guys that have to step up in the absence of their team's best players and can't do it. So to his credit, he did it, and I'm super happy for the guy. I think he's able to do this because he grew dreads. I just happen to believe that dreads make you a better athlete. I mean, it just does. Name one time dreads has made the player worse. Derrick Rose going through terrible times. He lost his athleticism. He wasn't, MVP caliber guy anymore. People were wondering if he'd be out of the league in a couple years. Grows dreads, moves to Minnesota, and now he's averaging 20 a game again. I'm just saying, dreads makes you a better athlete.
That was the worst fucking example of all time.
How? How is that the worst example? It literally, dreads saved Derrick Rose's career. How is that a terrible example?
Okay.
When Edgerrin James cut his dreads off, was he a better or worse player?
It's different in football.
What?
Answer, he was a worse player. Ricky Williams, when he cut his dreads off, better or worse player?
He was the same player.
He was the worst player.
Now.
Here you go. Julio Jones?
Julio Jones, exactly.
What are you saying?
That nigga had dreads.
He had dreads, cut them off.
Not as good as he was when he first came to the league.
You're nuts.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
What?
We're commandeering the podcast from you. It's now the only belongs to Malik.
Okay, so here we go. There's exceptions to every rule. Every rule is not absolute.
Okay.
Give me three. If you got one, give me three. Like you got two more.
Negro, you said name one. I named one.
There are exceptions.
Name three.
There are exceptions to every rule. Not everything is absolute.
Okay.
Basketball players don't do well when they have dreads because the hair gets in their face. The reason,
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Like, look at Kenneth Faried, actually. That's a great one. This nigga was out the league for a minute because, all he could do was dunk and grab rebounds.
Kenneth Faried has had the same haircut the whole time. Neither here or there. He was the manimal when he had dreads, and then he just fizzled out. His career just fizzled out. Nene always had dreads. Those are guys that have always had dreads. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Neither of them niggas are all-stars, though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, for those guys, it doesn't matter. Like you were saying, Kenneth Faried is a good example, but no, he's just a good player who got old. And when he
does
was
braids to dreads count?
Braids do not count. Robert Griffin III will not be a part of this conversation.
No, because I'm thinking Michael Beasley.
Not count.
I'm sorry, bro.
I was thinking Gerald Green.
I don't know if he's better.
Well, he got
worse.
braids.
He actually got
No. He had like natural locks at one point.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Who?
Because he had the high top fade cut.
Gerald Green. He had natural locks at one point.
Sorry, I really didn't know that. Oh, another great example, J. Cole. J. Cole is he's always been an incredible rapper, but he's on a whole other level with these dreadlocks. Dreadlocks just makes you better at everything.
He's dressed as a housewife in that last picture. I don't know if that counts.
Bruh, I blame the people at GQ. That's their fault. They shouldn't have done that to my
Bruh, like, I don't know who thought that was
socks on them.
Yo. I think it was just like Balenciagas too, which I was like, bruh, they should have just kept them shits.
It wasn't a great photo shoot. Not proud of the photo shoot. But
no. I like the other photos. I just don't like that one outfit with the sandals. Everything else is fine to me.
I haven't seen the whole thing. All I saw was that one photo. I'm not gonna lie to you, but like that was a hell of a photo. It was a hell of a photo.
Also, Aaron, 2014 Forest Hill Drives, he didn't have dreads. I'm just letting you know. So
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying his career has gone to another level since he's had dreads. Like, I've always liked J. Cole. He's never been to me a bad rapper. He's never been to me a mediocre rapper. So that's not even what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he was a good rapper, and now he's on a whole different level. Because to me, this most recent album that he has, KOD, that whole KOD tour and everything, for me, that's his best album, personally.
But
I enjoyed that album great, and I could say it's, for me, my favorite tour that he's been on, because I really enjoyed that. Like, I got to go to the tour. Shout out to Sid's wife Miko for bringing me on the tour. That was a great concert that we went to. I can't imagine what it would have been like during his mixtape years, because I really, really liked his Friday Night Lights mixtape. I loved that. I loved the warm up. But I think since he had dreads, and look at all his features are crazy. The song a lot. The song he got with Black. You know, he's killing. He's killing.
I can't believe I'm about to actually respond to this like it's a real statement, but
it is a real statement.
Realize that that's just growth. It has literally nothing to do with his hair at all.
Nothing at all.
Like he literally, he just got older.
You say it has nothing to do with his hair, but I feel like we all know the truth.
Okay.
And in reality, it's the hair.
I respect it. So how come you don't got no dreads, bro?
It's a very sensitive subject. It's a sensitive subject for me. Because unlike literally everyone else in this conversation, with the exception of maybe Nigel, who's bald, I am balding. So the opportunity for me to grow dreads.
Just come on.
To be honest,
once I feel skin, I'm gonna come on home. I'm gonna bald it.
To be honest, some of the best players in history have gone from hair to bald,
but not from dreads to bald. No one has ever gone from dreads to bald. Don't me. Think
I'm going
3. Give me 3.
Dreads is a hairstyle. What?
You've never gone from dreads to bald. Now, my argument was dreads. My argument was not the.
Why would you go from dreads to bald? That's mad. That's like a super drastic thing.
Why would you want to cut your superpower off? Why would Superman want to wear a kryptonite cape? That's what I'm saying. It does not make sense to cut your dreads off. That's what makes you great. Look at the Alien vs. Predator. Even the fucking Predators get better with the fucking dreads. The longer the dreads, the better the Predator. It just makes sense. It's across too many platforms.
Please stop.
It's across too many platforms at this point. Like that just is what it is. You guys are fighting reality right now. I just need you to know that.
Really, man.
You got it, cuz. You got it.
This is just fact.
We'll let you have this one. D'Angelo Russell, most improved player of the year because of the dreads. Cool.
No,
we all and then that full blown dreads. Those are twisties.
Twisties.
It's definitely D'Angelo Russell. Come on, man.
It's not D'Angelo. You're a fucking Nets fan.
Why does that matter?
Because you have a certain bias behind it. I'm sure if you were a Toronto fan, you'd probably say Pascal Siakam. Or if you were literally any other NBA analyst, you would say
no. Because I've been watching D'Angelo Russell bust ass majority of the season.
No one else has watched the Nets.
Hey,
y'all niggas
was Siakam an All-Star?
No.
All right, cool. Bang. There you go.
Who cares? Who cares?
Apparently the league, because D'Angelo Russell was
D'Angelo Russell.
Okay. And by the way, John Collins is in that discussion, just so you know. So yeah,
that's fine.
I'm with that.
Deserves
I like that.
To be in the discussion, but that doesn't mean just because you're in the discussion, like Joel Embiid deserves to be in the discussion for MVP, but he shouldn't even be He shouldn't be top 4. He should be like 5th, maybe. But out of respect for his numbers, averaging 28 and 14, he should be in the discussion, sure. But that being in the discussion doesn't mean that you should be
10 and 7 going to 20 and 10. Man, that's pretty
I will say, and he added a 3-point shot. That is marked improvement. That's not just improving numbers. That's improving your skill set as a player. So shout out to John Collins because he has really made himself a much better player from year 1 to year 2 when players are set to make the biggest leap. So good for him. Speaking of athletes making leap, Mike Trout, his pockets fatter than ever. 12 years, $430 million, all guaranteed. I feel like we should take time out for a moment of silence for Kyler Murray, bro, because like it's not too late. It's still not too late, Kyler, like to choose baseball. The MLB wants you. The draft doesn't start for another, month, if that, couple weeks. You can still pull out, bro. There's still time. There's still time. I mean, you got Bryce Harper signed a $330 million deal. Mike Trout just beat that by $100 million on his 12-year deal. You got Giancarlo Stanton in New York, who's on a 10-year, $300 million deal. Or 12 years, $300 million deal, whatever. All of these, by the way, are guaranteed, fully. They will get this money, whether it's from insurance companies or the teams that paid them. They will get all of this money. Then in 2 years after the 2020 season, Mookie Betts, when he re-signs with the Red Sox, that'll be probably $500 million. So you are literally looking at guys that are going to be guaranteed more money than Kyler Murray will probably see in his entire career, even if he has a Hall of Fame career. Like Peyton Manning Probably made what, like $200, maybe $300 million in his whole career, maybe, if that. Mike Trout is about to make that plus 130 over a 12-year span, guaranteed. He doesn't have to do anything else for the rest of his life. He could tear his ACL right now, and he's still going to make $430 million.
But the difference between Mike Trout and like Bryce Harper is that Bryce Harper actually has an opportunity to sign endorsement deals. Mike Trout is literally just a baseball player, and that's fine. But I mean, like, he specifically said he doesn't want to do anything but play baseball. Mm-hmm. So this $430 million that he's going to get is going to be the most amount of money that he's going to make doing anything. Like, he's never going to make more doing some other shit. You know what I mean? That's the difference between him and a guy like, you know, Bryce Harper, Manny Machado, or, you know, NBA players like, or NFL players like Peyton Manning, who they're getting money from State Farm and Gatorade and all these other people. And Trout's like, yo, I'm good, just like playing baseball, being low key, you know, never making the playoffs. And
but I don't think the Angels will pay him would pay him less than the 430 if he wanted to do endorsements. Like, I don't.
I don't think so either. I'm saying that, like, just because he made over 130 million more than Bryce Harper doesn't mean that you know, he's going to end up like making more over the lifetime of their peak popularity. You know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas still gonna get money.
He doesn't need it. Like, the 430 million, I don't need an endorsement. I don't need a commercial.
No, I'm not saying I got 430 million. I'm not saying he does, but if I'm getting close to the amount of money that you're making, and on top of that, like, I get endorsement deals, I'm making more money over the life of the deal. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm making more money at the end of the day in different areas.
Facts. And I think it's just crazy because, to me, when you look at how much money these guys are making, and the fact that the contracts are guaranteed, and the fact that these players are not, like, you're not seeing a bunch of baseball players, you know, committing suicide as a result of a brain disease that has haunted them since their playing days have ended. Like, these guys go on to very successful old lives. Like, I mean, Ted Williams was still out and about, you know, throwing out first pitches and making all-star appearances like well into the 90s, you know, like 50, 60 years after his final playing days. So when you look at the lifespan of these players, when you look at the money that they're making, like, Kyler has to love football on a different level to have stuck with this choice after all of this money is just being thrown at these baseball players. Like,
or he's just not that good of a baseball player. I mean, you know, he might be a better football player than he is a baseball player, which ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, he can still make money. It's just, well, I say this. Hopefully by the time he gets to the point where he is in line to make the most amount of money that he can, the NFL is doing more guaranteed contracts. Hopefully. We don't know. But, I mean, it seems like it could be headed that way soon.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. I thought that with the Kirk Cousins $84 million, 100% guaranteed with the Vikings, I thought that would change things a little bit more. And I mean, you are starting to see stuff a little bit change more towards the players. The Antonio Brown deal, upping his guaranteed money from $0 to $30 million. You know, Le'Veon Bell getting his money. Landon Collins in Washington getting his money, but it's just never going to be the level of money. And honestly, he doesn't have to be that good. Like, I get it. Like, maybe he won't be that great, but if you ask me, Bryce Harper's really not that great either. Like, he had one MVP year, but if you really isolate the numbers other than that MVP year.
Come on, son.
Honestly, look at it. Honestly, look at Bryce Harper's numbers. Other than that one year, like, he had one ridiculous year. Was like 2015 MVP year. And the other 4 or 5 years that he's been in the major leagues, he's hit over 30 home runs one time. I don't think any of those other years he hit over 300 for a whole season for his batting average.
So you don't think he's worth $300 million?
I don't know. I don't really know. Like, put it this way: if my Red Sox had an outfield opening, I would not want them spending that money on Bryce Harper.
Well, yeah, because you don't want them to spend $300 million because they spend it everywhere else. But I mean,
but even still, time, like, I think we should spend $500 million on Mookie Betts and still spend $200 million on Xander Bogaerts when his contract comes up, and he's not even a top 3 shortstop. But I would say, if you have a guy that fits with your team and does your thing, like, maybe he just fits with what the Phillies want. They have a short porch out there. They needed some star power. He's certainly a star. He's a guy that puts butts in seats. I just don't understand why. I have been on this Bryce Harper mountain since the year after his MVP season because I'm like, why is he getting all this hype and all this fanfare when the Nationals don't ever do shit? He doesn't ever put up really that great of numbers. He had like one MVP season, but he really doesn't put up numbers that are all that great. And to be honest, that last year he was with the Nationals, he wasn't even their best outfielder. It was that kid that came up, was it Juan Soto or whatever?
Okay, and that's fine, but put it like this: baseball is an interesting sport because it's kind of like a team. It is a team sport, but it is very individually judged, right? Like everybody's judged based on their hitting or their pitching, whatever. If we talk about team success, like Trout obviously is a better player, but his team has had actually worse success or least success than less success, whatever.
Less, yeah.
Than Bryce Harper and the Nationals. So yeah, sure, maybe Mike Trout is really, really good, and maybe he's worth $430 million, but he hasn't helped this team do anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they've been put in shitty positions either. Like they're on good teams and in decent markets. And the teams still don't really do much. So I don't.
You barking up the wrong tree with this Mike Trout not making the playoffs thing because I've been banging that drum for years.
I'm not saying that you haven't. All I'm saying is that, listen, I think Trout is definitely worth $430 million. It's 12 years. It's a long time, but he's one of the best players in the game. But they haven't done anything to this point in his career. And to be fair, he hasn't played that many years yet.
6 years.
Well, no, I mean, baseball players, they can play a pretty long career. He's played 8 years, and he's going to play 12 more, I'm assuming, because he signed a 12-year deal. But, to me, like, I don't know. I think Trout is great, but I just don't know if this was the right move in terms of him actually doing something that means something, which is winning in the postseason. The Angels are mad far from that point. You know what I'm saying? And Bryce Harper's on the Phillies, and them niggas actually look like they got a little squad on paper. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't really mean nothing yet, but I don't know. I think I'd rather be in Bryce Harper's position, making $300 million and probably going to win a championship and be all over the TV, than be Mike Trout, who's going to make $430 million over 12 years on a bad team.
I don't know, Nigel. You from Jersey? What do you think?
I'm taking the $430 million.
Thank you. Facts.
Wait, but what does him being from Jersey?
I'll buy a ring.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Anything they got.
What'd you say, Malik?
I said, what did you have being from Jersey have to do with anything?
Well,
I don't know, but I mean,
Mike Trout's from Jersey. They're both Jersey boys.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
that is true.
They value money more than normal people.
I mean, probably.
Also, Trout is from South Jersey. You get damn near from Philly.
But damn near and actually from Philly.
Yeah, that's.
Because I don't give a shit what part of Rhode Island you from. If Mike Trout was from Rhode Island, I don't want to hear he's from Massachusetts. I don't want to hear he's from.
Rhode Island is the size of this fucking.
Fuck you. We got stars. John B. and Blue Cantrell.
Wow.
Fuck you.
Great.
Yo, John B's dropping the album. You know, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, apparently him and
you can probably hear him recording from fucking Rhode Island.
That's how small
that fucking.
That was uncalled for. Apologize to John B. John B. has done nothing to you.
I respect John B. I'm just saying you come from.
Clearly, you do not.
That's
you clearly do not respect.
Wow, yo, you really take this Rhode Island stuff kind of serious, my guy.
I have it tatted on my arm, bro. 401 all day.
I mean, you and John B. are the only two.
No, Blue Cantrell. Blue Cantrell.
Yeah. Give him
Blue Cantrell. Blue Cantrell is.
I mean, we did start this.
Oh!
How dare you? How dare you?
I mean, she only got one hit, Nigel. How many?
Yeah, she really does.
You guys are just being disrespectful on purpose at this point.
You can name another song that Blue Cantrell made that was a hit besides "Hit 'Em Up."
Okay, how many? What part of New Jersey are you from?
I'm from East Orange, next to Newark, where we have Queen Latifah, Naughty by Nature. Actually, Fetty's from Patterson. I was also
East Orange.
Nah, you can't be
claiming it.
Nah. He's trying to claim other places, nigga.
No. East. I was born in Patterson. I was raised in East Orange. They are literally 10 minutes from each other.
Okay,
I'm there in Patterson.
Born in Queens and raised in Queens, and I'm 10 minutes from Brooklyn. That doesn't mean I'm gonna start claiming.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, you just name people from your area in general. You're not you're not asking for specific. If we're going just straight East Orange, then Whitney Houston, and Lauryn Hill blows this out of the water.
Pretty sure Lauryn Hill's from Newark, but go ahead.
Anywho, Whitney Houston, boom.
I'm gonna fact check you on these.
Crack is cheap. Crack is whack.
I feel like you just
Negro. Whitney Houston's my elementary school got renamed after Whitney Houston. I was pushed by her security guard when she came to the school.
Wow.
This nigga got stories about getting physically assaulted by security guards.
Yes, no. So we had to we sung for her. We sung for her. We sung one of her songs. I forgot the song we sung. And then she was walking down the hall, and I cut around the corner, and I guess the security...
His bodyguard.
Actually, it was her security bodyguard, whatever. It was her and Bobby Brown. And I guess he thought that a freaking 9-year-old was also dangerous coming around the corner. And he, pushes me back out the way so that she could walk down the hall.
Well, y'all niggas was walking mad aggressive, B. Like we talking about. Crack is cheap. Crack is whack.
Yeah, okay.
It was paranoid and fucked up. I mean, obviously.
Anywho... Whitney Houston alone kills John B. and Blue Cantrell out of the water. So, there you go.
All right. Well, we're not in a fucking dick measuring contest here, okay? We
You
have.
asked the name.
We have what we have. All right. Like I get it. Rhode Island is the biggest little state in the country, but we got good shit. Me, myself, and Irene set there in Jamestown, right across the bridge from where I'm from.
Oh my gosh, is he really going down this road?
Amistad was filmed in Rhode Island, in Newport, which is where the part of Rhode Island where I'm from. Family Guy, you're welcome. Seth MacFarlane is from Connecticut, but he went to school at the Rhode Island School of Design.
No, you can't claim it.
I'm not claiming. I'm just saying, we have shaped some great stuff. It's we're not big enough to have. We're not big enough to have had that many great people come out of actual Rhode Island. I'm sure if I went down the list and actually looked at people from Rhode Island, I could find some really good people. But if I am to say, for us to be so small, there are a lot of great people that have been influenced, or a lot of great art that has been influenced by where I'm from. So
I need you to name people specifically from Newport, because apparently that's all you get.
Nah, fuck you. Rhode Island is smaller than New Jersey. We get the whole state. Our state is the size of the city.
Yeah.
Our state might be the size of East Orange. So
I don't even think I even have cities, to be honest with you.
You know what? That was.
I got to fact check.
I don't understand how this is divulged into a rip on the 401 situation. And yes, we only have one area code for the whole city or whole state. And
wow, yeah, you definitely have one stoplight.
Yeah, I feel like we have. That was. I was just. Yeah, when you say you land 5 what?
5'11".
I bet. I bet. No doubt.
I fly Spirit.
You broke.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no. I just found the cheap flight.
Damn. You just risking your life just
Spirit. My experience with Spirit has not been bad. So hey, why not take a shot?
You're the one person that gave him a 5-star rating on
I have not given them any rating. I've only flown them.
They're
once.
So you are that 5-star,
right? He's that one person. They're like, yo, they definitely paid this nigga, yo. They definitely paid. That nigga definitely worked for Spirit, yo. There's no way this.
Listen,
real.
I got the.
He's like,
I got the first big seat. I got the first big seat on the plane. I was happy. They left me alone. I slept the entire flight back. I'm good.
That's what you're supposed to do on any plane. What do you mean?
The facts, I don't understand.
You
niggas act like
this.
I did this.
I did this in quote unquote first class. Literally, 1A. It was my seat.
First class is just treating you like a regular.
I said.
You something in first class and you would believe it. Just because they gave you the first.
This
seat
nigga be
first class, bro.
This nigga be first class on Amtrak. Nigga, what the fuck?
I said air quote first class because the first row is the biggest seats. They're gigantic seats.
Fam,
they're the biggest seats on the plane.
Don't even say first class.
I said
don't even say it, but don't even say first class.
Look, you're from Rhode Island.
How does that have anything to do with where I'm from? Don't change the subject.
It's probably the size of Rhode Island.
Listen, I understand. I understand that you're feeling attacked because you're out here.
I'm not.
You out here banging. You out here banging real hard for Spirit Airlines.
I'm not banging it off for Spirit.
Bro. You probably got
where I spend my money. I understand why you care where I spend my money.
I'm just do you even?
Because I could have sworn I was coming to your job to spend money too. So I can save my money.
They seem like a national. They seem like your national sponsor.
Hey, look, man.
Pay for. You gave him
Listen,
5 stars. You're the only person to ever give Spirit Airlines 5 stars.
When did I say that? Listen, you're dwindling your tip. Like every time you crack a joke, it decreases.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
Because I'm coming to your job, remember?
So you're listen. Y'all see how your friends do. They'll take tip money away from you.
The disrespect
for cracking joke. That's just disrespectful. I would expect this out of a Spirit Airlines customer.
I would expect that type of response from somebody from Rhode Island.
Oh shit!
You damn right. Pickies up, SpongeBob. That's right. Fuck you. We're better than everybody.
Oh my god. Okay.
That go how you think it was gonna go? Nope.
Yep.
We weren't gonna talk about Daniel Caesar next, but fuck that guy. He's got fucked up teeth and he's caping for Yes Jules. Like, I really don't.
I think the real lesson here is don't go on Instagram Live after midnight. It's like the Gremlins.
And the bigger lesson beyond all that is stop caping for Yes Jules. There has never been a win for anybody who has defended Yes Jules. Even if everyone who is killing her is clearly in the wrong, just put up the horse blinders and mind your fucking business, bro. It's like nothing good is gonna come of that.
Never. Even when as soon as she went at Scotty Beam, I was like, bro, you're canceled. Mind you, Scotty Beam also.
Jules came at Scotty Beam.
Yes.
I like Scotty Beam.
She's from my area.
You know. I met her one time. She's really cool people. She's peace. She's dope.
Yes, she came at her. Actually, it was like a week and a half ago. I forgot specifically what she said about her, but pretty much she came at Scotty's neck. Scotty actually addressed it on State of the Culture with her, Joe Budden, Remy Ma, and Jinx, I believe. Yeah. And she responded to her. I didn't actually listen to the response yet. I had some other things to do. But pretty much Scotty was like, look, this is the only this is the only time I'm going to address you, and then after that, you're never getting another my energy again.
Right.
Yeah. And Daniel Caesar, I understand why he's caping, because he just got called gay by Dave Chappelle, and they trying to get people to cape for that.
Okay, but now with that one, that was Dave Chappelle was on like John Mayer's Instagram Live show. I forget the name of the show. But Daniel Caesar was kind of off camera. He was going to be the special guest performing, and Dave and John Mayer were supposed to introduce Daniel Caesar. And in the middle of things, like Dave was clearly drunk. That's the first.
Yeah, he was trash out of
Dave was clearly trashed. That's one. Two, Dave is known for being a very he's an edgy comedian. He finds the funny he can make you laugh at the most ridiculous shit. So, he's going to press the issue. The things that he finds funny, some people might cringe at. Now, it sounds like an excuse for what he said. It's really not. It's just one of those things where, it looks worse because it's recorded. I think if he's just in a room and it's not recorded, I think it looks worse.
That's what a nigga say when he's guilty. It looked worse.
No, I'm just saying it looks. No.
It looks worse on camera.
He's like, oh, this dead body. It looks worse because you recorded.
I think no. I just think it's one of those things where you're in a setting and that's his brand of humor. If him and Neil Brennan were in a room and they were riffing with Charlemagne the God, and he was like, Charlemagne, the guy that said he was gonna suck Tekashi's dick if he gets off, very gay. If he said that, Charlemagne would laugh. Everybody would think it was funny. Everybody think it was a joke. But that it wasn't very funny for Daniel Caesar. It wasn't the people who were watching it clearly did not find the humor in that. But it was just Dave in a drunken moment, and he said something inappropriate. And I think John Mayer really added fuel to the fire because he wanted to make it very clear that he did not condone what Dave said. Which I mean, to an extent, I get it, but after a while, it's kind of all right, fade into the background, John. I know it's your show, but let Dave either apologize or fall on the cross.
The funny thing is, no, Dave actually doubled down on it. He was just Dave, that guy is gay. He literally doubled down. So John Mayer could have did absolutely nothing because Dave Chappelle was not letting up.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it made it worse for me watching because I'm why is then John Mayer even saying anything? I get the initial response that he wants to separate himself from what Dave said. I get that. But then he just kept on saying, no, but you should have let those two grown men iron it out on your show. If you want to end your show early because you don't like what Dave said, do that. But continuing to be in that conversation and say all those things, it was just okay, bro, we get it.
Wait, hold on.
You're an advocate.
Wait a minute. I got a very important question.
Yeah.
John Mayer has an Instagram live show.
Yeah, I had no idea either until this incident happened. I
He's
had no
getting
idea.
paid by Instagram to do a show on Instagram.
A lot of people are getting paid to do a show on Instagram.
Yeah.
You gotta
A lot.
be shitting me, man.
IGTV is apparently like a big thing now.
We clearly missed it. Why are we talking about him? Why are we talking about Dame Caesar? We should be talking about the fact that Instagram's paying niggas to do Instagram live shows. You gotta be shitting.
I'm saying, bro.
You know, Facebook is paying people to do shows.
Well,
That's a
Facebook
little
is paying
different.
the Smith. Facebook is paying the Smith family, like
and the
No,
and
the Ball
the
family.
dividends are rolling in. Yeah, they're paying the Ball family, but like, I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. As soon as Red Table Talk came into discussion, and then now you got Bucket List with Will Smith. Like, does anybody even really watch Ballin' Out or what is it, Life with the Balls? I don't even know the name of the show anymore. Big Ball brand never
family.
lost. Whatever. Big Ball brand never lost until the Smiths came on their block.
Bought the block.
Yeah, bought the block. That I mean, they're just. I mean, you're not going to win a battle of
Yeah, it's Will Smith and Jada
families.
Pinkett. Like, I mean,
yeah, so you're just not going to win that battle.
everybody loves Fresh Prince.
Exactly. I'm sure the Ball show was still good. I watched a couple episodes of it. It was
I
fine.
watched season 1, a little bit of season 2.
It was fine.
I watched the first 2 episodes and then I was done. After the mom got the stroke, I was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah, it was a little harsh. That was actually one of the last ones I watched too. Did you see the Will Smith show, The Bucket List? Have you seen any of those episodes?
Negative.
Yes, I've seen all of them.
I saw the shark one, and then I saw the stand-up one. I haven't seen the skydiving one with Jada.
The skydiving one is cool. His stepdad. I'm sorry, not his stepdad. I guess it'd be his mother-in-law's boyfriend. Actually had a mini heart attack when he jumped out the plane.
What?
Dead serious. Like they jumped out the plane, and when they landed, like the camera, he was like laid out. Like the instructor that he was attached to was like, "Yo, you know, we need to get medical help." And then come to find out, he ended up having like a mini heart attack because he was so nervous and anxious about the jump that when they finally jumped, like blood was just rushing. And then at the end, Jaden is like explaining to him like, "Yo, you want people to do all these things with you that you have on your bucket list, but everyone's not built like you because everybody's bucket list isn't the same. So you may want to jump out of the plane and you want, you know, Jada and us to go do it and we're cool with it, but somebody who's afraid to jump off or somebody who doesn't have that on their bucket list, you shouldn't force them or like keep egging them to jump with you because things like this can happen."
Right. Man, nigga, nah. He should have known he shouldn't have jumped out the plane if he had a heart issue.
It's a fact.
Like,
look, he's a grown ass man.
I
grown ass man.
That's like me. Come on, son. Nah, fuck out of here.
Although I will say, if Will Smith told me to jump out, like I'm not jumping out of a plane. Like that's not. I feel like planes were made to.
I used to think about it, but I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. I have a couple of friends who have done it.
If you know you got a heart
like,
condition, then you definitely shouldn't do it. That should have been on the.
But I don't think he actually has a heart condition.
I don't think he had a heart condition. I think he was just really nervous.
He just like the blood was just flowing, and him being so nervous.
Exactly.
He just ended up causing himself a mini heart attack. Like he was. I don't think he actually had like a heart.
That don't sound like attack.
Look, I'm telling you what they said on camera.
Nigga,
when they
landed,
like that
doctor on camera.
No.
Those videos of like the
no. This is after
ride at the fair or whatever, like carnivals and shit like that. And
never get on that.
Yeah, like that sounded like what it was. Like, you know, he was doing that and the adrenaline just ran into his head or too much oxygen into his head at one time. He just passed out or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he ended up going to the hospital, like everything. And then they cut like later on in the night when they were taking like a boat ride down somewhere. I forgot.
Because God forbid the Smith family do anything regular.
Right.
The kid will be in the fucking hospital because the dude just had a fucking heart attack. Like,
no, he was out. Like he was on the boat. So I think they were having dinner or like whatever the little night recap for the show on the boat, and they were just like making. And at that point, now they're cracking jokes like, you know, we know you because the guy said like, yo, literally when they jumped out, he passed out. He doesn't even remember like anything. He doesn't remember jumping. Well, he remembers being in the plane. He doesn't remember jumping. He doesn't remember hitting the ground when they landed. He doesn't remember anything until he woke up, I think, in the hospital. And then they were all making jokes like, yo, you know, we know you did it because we got it on camera. Like, he just had a mini heart attack. You're not like, why are y'all cracking jokes about this man right now?
Because it's funny.
That is.
It's not funny.
I mean, it's funny because he's alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But if he
the
died,
point.
Will would have felt like shit.
Yeah, of course, but that's not the reality that we live in. Maybe in some other bizarre world, that's what happens. But luckily for them, he survived. I'm happy about it. But bottom line is, it's a very good show. But while we're on the subject of airplanes, the last thing that we wanted to discuss really, really quickly, Just Hilarious and her Islamophobic tweet. I still don't even know the tweet. She deleted the tweet. I haven't found any articles that showed the tweet. I didn't really look that hard. Oh, it was a video.
It was a video of her. Yeah, it was an IG video.
Okay. Well, yeah, she had a video talking about a couple of guys that are, I think it's pronounced Sheiks.
Yeah.
That are on the plane that she was about to get on, and apparently not really connected to the tweet that she sent out. Like, there was an issue with whatever was going on with the plane. Everybody had to deplane or something like that. And then when everybody got back on the plane, the Sheiks weren't there anymore. So she felt vindicated in, like, similarly to the way that Dave Chappelle doubled down when he called Daniel Caesar gay. She doubled down and, like, one day you're going to listen to Just with the Mess. My news is never wrong or whatever it is. So I just think, and since then, she's just been in a hailstorm of social media, blacklisting, and everybody just like, Just Clarice is canceled. I don't know how you can cancel somebody that hasn't really popped, but, that's...
What? She got a little buzz on her.
Yeah, a little bit.
She's on. She's like
the 15th most important character on Wild 'N Out.
No, she's not even on Wild 'N Out.
She was on it.
I definitely thought she was on Wild 'N Out too.
She was.
I didn't assume that.
No. She was on it at a certain point, but she hasn't been on seasons in a couple seasons. She's actually on Little Rel's show or Rel, whatever.
Oh yeah, I know that.
That's where she's on. But she hasn't been on Wild 'N Out for a while.
I didn't know that. I thought she was still doing Wild 'N Out.
Nah, B. Simone kind of like took her spot
over for her.
She left. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, she's fine. She's not really that funny to me. But that was just me. I thought her accent was funny because I'd never heard a Baltimore accent, like, until watching The Wire. I'd never really heard a harsh Baltimore accent before hearing her talk. So, and I know a lot of people that are from Baltimore, so I really don't know how I've never heard it. But it was just so funny to hear her speak. But no, I mean, it was weird. It was uncalled for. I don't know why she felt the need to record herself saying that and putting that out. Yeah, it was just terrible. Yeah, it was a bad joke.
Well, I don't think it was a joke. She seemed like she legitimately meant what she said. So
yeah, but like, why record it and put that out? Like, she's probably you don't record that and put that out on Twitter. Like, if that's something that you're like, I want to record this for posterity in case something happens, you're not going to put that on Twitter. You're going to send that to your family, to friends. She wanted a reaction, whether she wanted people to laugh or to agree with her, whatever. She felt her fans, at least the people that follow her, would understand and agree with whatever she said and, like, follow along, whether it was a joke or whether it was genuine fear.
Yeah, initially she said that, she actually was afraid for her life. Which makes sense, but it was just like, okay, like you said, like, why are you recording this?
Well,
why is this not something
because she was just afraid for her life because the dudes had turbans? Like, I don't think that makes sense. But
yeah, whatever head garb they were wearing, it made no sense. I don't know. Yeah. She just needed to. She apologized, and I guess she's gonna catch the flack for a little while till we forget it. Unless she goes off like D'Angelo Russell and takes the lead by storm. Just saying.
Oh, that's what you're saying now? D'Angelo Russell took the league by storm.
Did he not?
No, he did not take the league by storm. He
took the league by storm this year. He's been
in the league for 4 years. Not really.
Yes, I'm talking about after going through such a social killing after the whole Nick Young situation.
This is why you can't have nice things, because I was giving y'all credit. You guys are, like, really improving. You have a lot of really good pieces. The hole that Billy King put you guys in all those years ago with that terrible trade, you guys are digging your way out of it. And then you just took too much creative license with it. Like, you just, no.
All I'm saying is, D'Angelo Russell, most improved player of the year.
No, I mean, you're very free to be wrong. Well, I appreciate you for coming on the podcast this week, Nigel.
Anytime, man.
Always a pleasure having you on. Look forward to seeing you. We'll link tomorrow whenever you land over. Shoot me a text. I'll be working, so shoot me a text. But thank you guys for listening. We lost Malik and Sid through the last couple of minutes or whatever. Just poor connections.
Cool. I'm the new co-host now. That's what.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the new co-host.
And we're canceled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how I'm
It's
feeling
because
right
I'm from
now.
Jersey.
Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
because you came from Rhode Island. You don't come for the 401 and not get hit. You know what I'm saying? That's how we
Bruh,
ride.
okay.
We ride out here. But yeah, we thank you guys again for listening to another episode of the No Rules Podcast, y'all. Peace out.
Peace.
There's no rules! Let's just start back over.